Hey guys, so I know this video is going up late and I apologize, but I got home from work today and my husband was just so darn convincing when he asked me to watch Walking Dead with him. Which, Walking Dead, oh my gosh, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So today I wanted to do the Divergent Tag because I just saw Allegiant, which is basically Allegiant Part 1. I just finished Allegiant the book, like a week and a half ago, and so my brain is very full of Divergent, and I love this series so much despite how much it hurts you and makes you want to die. So of course I'm talking about this series as a whole, so there are gonna be spoilers, so if you have not read all the books, I would not recommend watching this video. Because I am going to go into detail about stuff that happens at the end of the last book and 4. So I couldn't find like a really good Divergent tag, so I kind of like took a couple and mixed them together to make my own Divergent tag. So here we go. Question 1 is, which faction would you most likely choose to be in? The fan in me that loves Triss and 4 and all that stuff would say I would definitely want to choose Dauntless. But knowing the real me the way I do, I would probably end up choosing Amity because at heart, I can be kind of a hippie and like I love peace and like working outside, and yeah, I definitely think, in all honesty, as much as I love Dauntless and would want to be in Dauntless, I would probably choose Amity. Amity. I always want to add that N and I don't know why. So question 2 is, which faction would you least likely choose to be in? And that, without a doubt, would be Erudite, because I am not, despite what some people might constantly say, I am not like that smart. I am not a genius, and I do not think that I would fit into that faction at all. So question 3 is, which character did you identify with the most? And as cliche or as predictable as this may sound, I am mostly identified with Triss because like something I struggled with in my semester at college was I had this class where I actually met Matt, my husband, interpersonal communication. We took all of these personality tests and psychology tests, and they were all supposed to sort you into a group, whether it be blue or gold or an otter or a lion. And in every single test, I was straight across the board for all 4 sections of every single test, and it frustrated the crap out of me because I just wanted to belong to a certain group. I couldn't claim one group as where I belonged because I didn't belong in any one group. And that always frustrated me because it's like, my best friend, my sister-in-law, my now husband, like they all fit like perfectly into one group. Like my sister-in-law was a gold and my husband was a green, and I want to say my best friend was a green too. They're very much alike. But I was split like 25% evenly across the board, and that always frustrated me. So it's like reading these books and going through Triss's mind of like not really fitting into any one faction. I really identified with that. And she's like a super awesome female role model character that I love to read. So how could I not like try and identify with her? Question 4 is, character you like the least. This is an even 3-way split. I really cannot stand Evelyn, Caleb, and Peter. Despite the fact that Ansel Elgort plays Caleb in the movie, I just cannot like him, especially reading the books, because it's like, I know that they explain in 3, like, with imperfect genes, certain things get cut out, like your compassion and loyalty and stuff like that. But even with that explained to me, I still couldn't wrap my mind around the fact that Caleb will give up his own sister. I can't do that. And I mean, Peter, how can you not hate Peter? He's such a douche. And he just ruins everything. But that being said, I really liked his fate in the 3rd book. I really hope they keep it in the next movie, because it was just such a satisfying payoff to his character. And Evelyn, I can't stand, because she's such a blocker. She's just constantly trying to get between Tobias and Tris and manipulating Tobias, and I'm not okay with that, because I love him. He's my 2nd favorite character. He's one of the best male characters I've ever read. Yeah. And I don't like people screwing with his mind. As far as the books go, I really loved when Tris was all hopped up on peace serum. That was hilarious, and I wish they'd kept it in the movie, but they changed so much Insurgent, like, movie to book material, that I am not surprised at all it did not make the final cut. But yeah, I love her hopped up on peace serum. It was hilarious. And any interaction between Tobias and Tris, I mean, is a favorite moment, because they're amazing. Question 6 is least favorite moment. I don't like any moment that Tobias and Tris are fighting. I do not like it at all. Other than that, I mean, there weren't a whole lot of moments where I was like, oh god, is this part over yet? I'm so sick of this. Because for the most part, those books are so beautifully written, and I love them. And I ate them up like they were Chinese food. Question 7 is, what would your Dauntless tattoo be? Honestly, it would probably be the Dauntless symbol, just because it's an awesome symbol, and I would feel like being in Dauntless, I would need that tattoo to fit in. But I must say, I had these birds tattooed on, fake tattooed on my collarbone for the premiere of Allegiant. Not premiere, when we first went to it. And I loved it. I wanted to kind of get it myself. So I don't know, I would probably go with the birds too, because they're quite beautiful and they look really good right there. Question 8 is, what would be in your fearscape? Definitely China dolls. Death of loved ones, like my husband, my best friend. And definitely 100% bats. Now this is a fear I didn't realize I had until a couple of years ago. We were at the museum in Denver, and there was this like window you could look up into, and there was this display of like fake bats all like huddled together in this dark cave. And ever since then, I don't know if it just triggered something, I don't like looking at bats. I don't even care if it's a cute little baby bat eating a grape. I don't want to look at a bat. There was I would say probably a year into our relationship, my husband said, hey, you should watch Great Outdoors with me. It's this funny movie with John Candy, and so we're watching it, and there's a scene where there's a bat in the cabin, and they're trying to get it out, and the bat flies and lands right on the one main guy's face. And I kid you not, because I scared my boyfriend at the time pretty badly, I almost threw up. I was like almost hyperventilating. I almost threw up, and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I have a little thing about bats. So, yeah. Question 9 is favorite book. This is really hard because all 3 books are so good, and this might be a biased answer because I just finished Allegiant, but I think I might have to go with Allegiant because, I mean, despite some of the fighting, like Triss and Tobias are a sure thing. You're getting answers. And I mean, it's the conclusion of a series. You get the closure and all the answers you want. And you usually find out way more about the past than you thought you had to know. And it's like Deathly Hallows is my second favorite Harry Potter book. Because it's just so conclusive, and yeah, I don't know, there's just something about the end of a series that book is usually my favorite or one of my favorites, and I think I'm gonna have to go with Allegiant being my favorite. The next question is least favorite book. This is equally hard because I love all three books, and this again might be a tainted answer because I saw the movie and then I read the book, and they changed so much from the movie to book that, or from the book to movie, that when I read Insurgent, I was not prepared for half the stuff I read in that book. So it just kind of threw me off and made me feel a little alienated from what I thought I knew. So I think Insurgent might be my least favorite, but I don't think that's completely fair. So question 11 is favorite cover. Now if you guys know me at all, you should know that this is pretty obvious. Insurgent is hands down my favorite cover because it's got an awesome looking tree on it. Alright, question 13 and final question, saddest death. So obviously, like, top priority has to go to Triss. It's like, I honestly, before I read Insurgent, I had it ruined for me that Triss died. I tried to keep it secret from Shayna, my best friend, and I think I managed to keep it completely secret till she read the third book. But I had it ruined for me that Triss died. And so it wasn't such a shock when it happened, but it was still really sad. And I guess I should reiterate that it wasn't the saddest part about Triss's death wasn't the fact that Triss died or how she died, because she died a hero's death, and that's what she always was a hero. The saddest part for me was Tobias having to live without her and finding out, and yeah, but I would say my second, like, saddest death was Tori. It's like, a lot of people say Uriah, which, yeah, that was sad. It's like, it was just senseless how he died, and the fact that he, like, was in a coma for so long, and his family had to say goodbye to a vegetable. But Tori's death was so sudden, and, I mean, she was kind of like a pillar of strength and something to look up to for Triss. So for me, Tori's death was really sad. I was not expecting that at all. Alright, that is it for the Divergent tag. I did want to say that after I finished Allegiant, I felt so sad and like empty, and you know how you get when you finish a series and you pretty much hate life, especially when they kill off the main character. But I went and bought 4 a day or 2 before I finished Allegiant, and I thought I was going to need a few days or a week before I could pick up another book, let alone another Divergent book. But I would say 2 hours after I finished Allegiant, I was in the reading mindset, and I was like, I just want more from this world. I need it right now. I'm hurting. And so I picked up 4 and I read it in one like 2-hour sitting, and it helped. Like, I felt so much better after reading 4 because, I mean, I got to see Triss again. I got to see Triss through Tobias's eyes, and it was like, I don't know, it was just so nice to have like that kind of memory of her after her death and losing her. God, it sounded like it was real. Reading 4 after finishing Allegiant was like incredibly healing and just an awesome experience. And another thing I wanted to mention is that I'm someone who has to have music when I read. And I know some people are not like that. Some people cannot have music or TV or anything else like stimulating and going on while they're reading. I am not one of those people. I have to have music. I don't know why. It just helps me concentrate more. And so when I was reading Insurgent, I put together my own playlist, but when I went to do my final reading for Allegiant and then on into 4, my iPod was dead and I was like, well, crap. And I went on Pandora and I've been listening to this station for a while, but if you go on to Pandora and you look up the Madeline Bailey station, oh my god, that station is amazing for reading the Divergent series. It's just, yeah, every song on there almost is just perfect for whatever page of those books you're reading. But during my reading of 4, Pandora just like stopped working for no good reason, and I was all sad. So I went onto Google and I typed in Tobias Eaton song lists or mixes, and it led me to this app called 8 Tracks. And like you can actually type in series names or movies names or character names, and it pulls up like song lists, playlists for your search. And that was awesome. So while I read 4, I was listening to a couple Tobias Eaton and Divergent playlists on 8 Tracks. So you should check that out because that was pretty cool to have. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this Divergent tag. Once again, I'm sorry the video was up late. I am supposedly supposed to have 3 days off this week, so I should be able to get some more filming done than I have been lately. And of course, April 1st is Fandom Day, so get excited and get out there and support your fandoms and show them some love. Alright guys, thank you so much, and I will see you later.